Welcome back, my friends, and by God, I tell you, the minute I hit start on this damn video, the laptop started making that whizzing noise. It sounds like the devil and the beast and everything coming out of it. I hope it doesn't get any louder than that, but hey, you know what? We're here to do a video. I love to share my musical journey with you when I learn from you, when I pick and pull from the comments and the Patreon and everywhere, and I learn things. I like to investigate things. And over in Jive Talkin', episode 166, 67, 65, something like that, we were talking about Rainbow. We were talking about Ronnie James Dio and the song Stargazer. Might have even been on a first listen where I said, I don't know if I remember Stargazer. Well, guess what we do? It's very simple. This is a loungy kickback, learn with me video. Or teach me. If you're a rainbow crazy person, get down there in the comments and feed me all the ins and outs and ups and downs about Rainbow. I love Ronnie James Dio. I saw Ronnie James Dio live. And I think it was Mike Buchanan said, hey, Rainbow Stargazer, you got to listen to it. It's got a kick-ass drum solo thing at the beginning. That's why you see this fella right here, whom I'm learning is Cozy Powell. Because he's got it on his drums right there. And I've heard the name. But that's why I've got this page too, babe. We're going to run through the Stargazer song, Sweetie Cheeks, and then we're going to watch them perform this. And then if that wasn't enough, and I do stop and start, we've got the lyrics down here because I want to know what the Sam Hell he is saying in the Stargazer tune. So please join me now as we begin this deep dive video into all things Stargazer, all things Rainbow. Who's in the band? Ritchie Blackmore. I've got it set up right here, the Stargazer. We're going to research a bit. You know, I've already told you, haven't I told you exactly what's going to happen? Let's do it. Stargazer is a song by the British-American rock supergroup Rainbow, released as the 5th track from the band's 2nd studio album, Rising, in 1976. It is an epic song narrating, now we'll have the lyrics for this, narrating the story of a powerful wizard. Of course, it's Ronnie James Dio. It's got to be a wizard. Ronnie, what you writing about over there? I'm writing about dragons and the wizard. Whose attempt to fly by constructing a mystical tower to the stars leads to the enslavement of a vast number of people. Stargazer is notable for its musical complexity with the guitar, lyrics, drums, intros. The drum intro cited as significant example of the talent of guitarist Ritchie Blackmore. Singer Ron, well, let's take a look at him. Ritchie, he's going to be rocking the guitar. Look, it's keep on rocking in the rain. I'm strumming the guitar down. Ritchie Blackmore, yes. Ronnie James Dio. There he is, little fella. I hope I'm not blocking you, buddy. Rest in peace to that sweet sir. And Cozy Powell. I think Jimmy Bain is also in this band, yes? Or in this performance or something. Cozy Powell, there he is, was an English drummer. Made his name in major rock bands and artists such as the Jeff Beck Group. Yeah, hear that. Rainbow. Oh, und Michael Schenker's group. Gary Moore, Graham Bonnet, Brian May Whitesnake, Emerson Lake, and Powell. That's where that came from? Because I do remember that chant, Emerson, Lake, and Palmer to Emerson, Lake, and Powell. We're already learning so much. Even with the dissonant hum of the laptop, I'm learning so much. Thought it was going down there. The epic lank rock track with symphonic influence starts with a short drum solo by Cozy Powell, a great drumming moment, in quotes. Frequently cited as an example of his skills. It features the Munich Philharmonic Orchestra and Vaco Orchestra. Oh, let's take a look at these guys. Nothing? Vaco Orchestron, and what Ritchie Blackmore called a string thing all playing the half Turkish scale. This Ritchie, he said, hey, let me tell you what we did. We went into the studio with a 28-piece orchestra is what we did. but the backing was too flowery. So we kept taking out pots and making it less and less complicated. The orchestra was getting angry for having to play it so many times. He's a bit of a perfectionist, isn't he? There was a very fine gypsy violinist who decided to play after the orchestra had finished, but the tape spool ended. Why the bleeding blackish tape spool ended? And the poor guy was frantically playing and we weren't recording him, which was very frustrating for all involved. So is he telling that bit of the story about something that we're not going to hear in the orchestral bits? Blackmore's solo after the second verse in the B Phrygian dominant scale and is cited as one of his best. So we're really in for something, aren't we? Song has been called a morality tale. According to the lyricist Ronnie James Dio, a little buddy right there. The standpoint of a slave in Egyptian times. They relate the story of the wizard and an astronomer who becomes obsessed with the idea of flying and enslaves a vast army to build a tower from which he can take off and fly. Building the tower in harsh conditions, in the heat and the rain, with whips and chains, just to see him fly, so many die. Oh, that's the words from the song. In the heat of the rain, with the whips and the chains, just to see him fly, so many die. The people hope for the day when their misery ends, don't we all? When's it coming? In the end, the wizard climbs to the top of the tower, but instead of flying, falls to his death and dies. No sound, oh, here's more lyrics. No sound as he falls instead of rising. Time standing still, then there's blood on the sand. According to Dio, the next song, A Light in the Black, continues the story. I bet you didn't damn know that. I'll bet you didn't damn know that. Unless you're a rainbow nut, you didn't know that the next song on the album was the sequel. You didn't know it, did you? Did you know it? You did? Fuck. Swear to God, I thought you wouldn't. A Light in the Black continues the story of the people who have lost all purpose after the wizard's death until they see the light in the dark. So we're going to hear words from pardon me, I almost tainted the name, right? I was going to say Ozzy, but RJD, Ronnie James Dio, we're going to hear flying and wizardry. We're going to hear all the good stuff that he liked to put in his rock and roll. Stargazer was the first song to be played by different bands at the UK's Monsters of Rock Festival by Rainbow in 1980 and in abbreviated form by Dio in 1983. Critical legacy. Laptop just stopped. You notice that? Did you make it this far? Describe the song as Rainbow's classic. Bombastic strings enriched epic. Vincent DeMasi transcribed parts of Blackmore's solo as an example of his transcribing part of Blackmore's solo as an example of his taste for classical drama with a Middle Eastern flavor. Calls the song an operatic blockbuster. We're in for some good times, I'm thinking. Jeff Perkins argues that the incredible epic, one of the band's highlights, derives its strength from Blackmore's guitar playing, Dio's lyrical and vocal, and Powell's drumming. Andy, I can't say that name, Andy DiGelasamina, that's easy for me, DiGelasamina, composes for the neo-operatic metal project Lyrica. I'm done with this. I don't want to know more. Personnel, who's in it? Oh, Ritchie the Rich Man Blackmore, lead and rhythm guitars. Ronnie James Dio, lead vocal. Cozy Powell, drums and percussion. Jimmy Bain, there he is. Now Jimmy Bain, let's hover over him. All right, where am I? Jimmy Bain there. Oh, he's Scottish? Did he know Phil Lynott? Hold on. Jesus, I just see Thin Lizzy in here. Scottish musician, best known for playing bass guitar in the bands Rainbow and Dio. He also worked with Kate Bush and Thin Lizzy frontman Phil Lynott, co-writing on his solo albums. Because I was going to ask if he was Scottish, if he knew Phil Lynott. It answered that for us. Who's Tony Carey? Is that Danny Carey's brother? What's he do? He's the keyboard man. Early career, he was a keyboardist for Rainbow. After his departure in 1977, he began a solo career, releasing albums, under his own name, as well as under the pseudonym Planet P Project. Okay, there we go. Let's rock it. We will stop it. We will start it. I'll try to be not rude about it, okay? Let's go. Oh, yeah, great trick. That does have a very familiar feel, but it's a rhythmic stoner dance used every week. Isn't he a fully formed Ronnie James Dio? Isn't he a fully formed, I mean, all the way back, when he was like 58 years old when he was doing this. I mean, he is just fully formed. Everything about him, he's like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to turn into Dio, and Dio is this guy right here, right? Tasty so far? Yeah. That's got a bit of Led Zeppelin on it. Have a bit of a familiarity. Yes, I believe. In the heat and the rain. What, doesn't that sound very Led Zeppelin-y? Was Led Zeppelin ripped that off too? Because that whole high noon, I'd sell my soul for water, I tell you. 9 years worth of breaking my back. There's no sun in the shadow of the wizard. See how he glides? See how he glides? Why he's lighter than air. Oh, I see his face. Where is your star? It is far, it is far, it is far. When do we leave? I believe, yes, I believe. In the heat and the rain with the whips and chains. Great. With whips and chains, see him fly. Really epic. So many die. We build a tower of stone with all the flesh and bone. Just to see him fly. We don't know why. Oh, there we go. Gotta put Ronnie in the middle. Gotta put Ronnie in the middle. Beautiful. This sounds very like I'm familiar to me. Hot wind moving fast across the desert. I thought this was live. I guess it's kind of not. The world spins while we put this dream together. Ritchie Blackmore. hard to work with. I've heard that before. Look at those bell bottoms. He said, man, he says, well, I'm going to wear that for a little while. It's still early, right? It's still early 70s, so the bell bottoms and the kind of the hippie clothes are still kind of happening. Is Ritchie Blackmore hard to work with? I feel like I've heard that quite a bit. That he's kind of he's got that kind of feel. You know, when he's on stage, like I know what I'm doing. I'm 100% confident in everything that I'm doing here. That's why I asked. Look at that. This is your face. What's your thought? What a gift that vocal. I believe. In the heat and the rain, with whips and chains, just to see him fly to any day. We build a tower of stone without flesh and bone to see him fly. Oh, you can't say that with the cross. I did the cross on the name. Now where do we go? Man, that almost sounded like a... Did you hear the stick almost click together there? Was I hearing something crazy? I felt like I heard Cozy Powell's stick in the recording. Now where do we go? Or was that something on purpose? Get on those middle fingers. I want to see them. Shops at the same place Jimmy Page does for those shirts. Is this that concert where he broke all his stuff? That rainbow thing there seems familiar, like it's some festival thing. Because you just gotta throw on that plans. You gotta put that blur with that down there. Got Lord of the Rings going on here. Very epic. Oh, I guess the rainbow is the rainbow. All eyes see the figure of the wizard as he climbs to the top of the world. He's climbing up the tower they built. No sound as he falls instead of rising. Time standing still, then there's blood on the sand. Time standing still, and there's blood on the sand. Whips and chains. Flesh and the bones and the bones and the muck and the guck and the butt and butt. Sorry guys, I'll just get back to this. Oh, I see his face. Where was your star? Was it far? I mean, it's not that slice, guys. When did we leave? We believed, we believed, we believed. Strong voice, strong band. In heat and rain, with whips and chains, to see him fly. So we built a tower of stone. I'm going to say something that might be controversial, but I feel like right now they could end it. Do we need a lot much more? I mean, I'm loving every minute of this. Do not get me wrong. Do not think. Don't be sitting there saying to yourself, "He don't like it, dude. He's not liking it that much." No, I love it. I'm just saying, I'm solid if they put an end on it right now. It looks like we still got a couple minutes. You gotta let Dio illuminate. This is a ripple lady. Tony Finley back there on the keyboards. Coming back. Tony has so many keyboards. He can play lots of keyboards. This really makes the guitar play so good. He starts firing. The guys are really powerful. Yeah. And Tony's doing all his keyboard cuts for the orchestra. You gotta fade this sucker out. How do you end that? It's epic. You can't go. Don't do that to your guitar. That's disgusting. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. 8 minutes and 26 seconds long. Was he talking about eyes are bleeding? Well, my eyes are bleeding. So many died. We built a tower of stone with our flesh and bone to see him fly, but why? In all the rain, with all the chains, did you see many die? Just to see him fly? Yes, I'm digging it. I understand what he's saying. The many suffers so the one can fly, right? That's what he's trying to get at. He's trying to say everyone's doing all the goddamn work around here while there's one big fat pig sitting up there saying, well, get it done so I can go to the moon. I want to fly up there. I want to fly to the sun, whatever. Look at the flesh and blood. Now look at that. Look at the tower of stone. I see a rainbow rising. Look there on the horizon. Oh, my eyes are bleeding. My eyes are bleeding. And my heart is leaving here. The place I've known, but it's not home. That's good, Ronnie. What say you? I hope you had fun with me. I mean, it's just a learning experience. That's what I like to do, is just kind of sit down and learn something in the way that I like to learn. And that's what I think we've done here. Stargazer, fantastic, epic performance, epic song, epic vocal, epic everything. And it did sound vaguely familiar to me, and I did get a bit of that. Did Led Zeppelin steal, or was there some stealing going on, some borrowing? Get down there and tell me what you think of Stargazer from Rainbow. And thank you for hanging out with me, all right? When I'm bleeding, oh. And at high noon I need a big old water.